The lesson tonight is titled Cities of Refuge. The text is Joshua 20. I will be reading that after a while. But before I do, I want us to think about some things concerning these cities. There were 6 cities of refuge set aside in the land of Israel called cities of refuge. Each one of these cities was so positioned that they covered the land, each being within approximately 30 miles of any location in the land of promise, so that they could quickly and easily be reached no matter where a person lived. Highways, of course not our kind of highways, but highways were to be built to the cities of refuge. Deuteronomy 19 verse 3. There were 3 cities that were on each side of the Jordan River. If someone accidentally killed another person, they could flee to one of the cities of refuge, present their case to the elders of that city, and if it was determined that they were innocent of deliberate killing, they'd be allowed to enter the city. If the avenger of blood pursued the slayer to the city, the congregation of that city would judge between the slayer and the avenger of blood. If the slayer was determined, if it was determined that the slayer was innocent of deliberate killing, the avenger of blood would not be allowed to take vengeance or justice on that person. The innocent slayer was required to remain in the city until the high priest died. Then he could leave. If the accidental killer didn't reach one of these 6 cities, he was not safe from being killed by the avenger of blood. If you accidentally kill someone, the axe head came off of your handle of your axe, and it hit them, you can flee to the city of refuge. If you was chopping down a tree, and that tree fell upon someone, it was an accidental killing. You did not intend to kill that person. Those cities of refuge were there for such actions and such killings as those that were accidental. Now, perhaps if we were to research it and want to go into it, Numbers 35 probably gives the most details concerning these cities. If you desire to study them further, you can read concerning the cities of refuge in Deuteronomy, the 4th chapter, verses 41 through 43, as well as Deuteronomy 19. You might want to read Exodus 21, which details punishments for various crimes, especially those of violence. This afternoon, we want to consider those places of safety as mentioned in the Old Testament and consider some resemblances between them and the Lord's church. With that in mind, if you have your Bibles, open them to Joshua 20. I'll be reading 9 verses from that text. Joshua 20, beginning in verse 1 and reading through verse 9. Here we read, "The Lord also spake unto Joshua, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, Appoint out for you cities of refuge, whereof I spake to you by the hand of Moses, that the slayer that killeth any person unawares and unwitting may flee thither. And on the other side of Jordan, by Jericho eastward, they assigned Bezer in the wilderness upon the plain out of the tribe of Reuben, and Ramoth and Gilead out of the tribe of Gad, out of the tribe of Manasseh. These were the cities appointed